In her interview with the Iranian foreign minister, Ann Curry says they were able to find a tweet that Netanyahu referred to in his speech before Congress.
We were able to find the tweet that he referred to from the Supreme Leader. It happened 7 months ago, the Supreme Leader's Twitter page.
My question to her is how come they weren't able to find this tweet, which would have clarified things and answered the question that she asked the foreign minister? She's telling us we, meaning NBC, has such poor research skills that they were unable to find a tweet tweeted less than 24 hours later, which listed 9 key questions about the elimination of Israel, specifying that it's the Zionist regime they're talking about, where they made it crystal clear that they're talking about a process, and that process is a referendum.
We were able to find the tweet that he referred to from the Supreme Leader. Quote, "This barbaric, wolf-like, and infanticidal regime of Israel, which spares no crime, has no cure but to be annihilated."
If you read the tweet she's referring to, it doesn't say they will do the annihilation. It says it should be done. This regime has no cure but to be annihilated. It doesn't say we will do that. Yet she's playing the game as if it's some sort of threat, as if it's a military attack or something.
We were able to find the tweet that he referred to from the Supreme Leader. Quote, "This barbaric, wolf-like, and infanticidal regime of Israel, which spares no crime, has no cure but to be annihilated." Mr. Foreign Minister, can you understand why Jews and others would take umbrage at that kind of language?
No, I won't, because this is a regime. We're talking about Mr. Netanyahu, who has butchered innocent children in Gaza. We're not talking about annihilation of Jews. We never have, we never will.
If Ann Curry and NBC had done just a little bit of research, they could have found this tweet and learned what Iran is talking about. Crystal clear, they say, and of course the elimination of Israel does not mean the massacre of the Jewish people in the region. They called for a referendum. And the method that they proposed to deal with that regime, a referendum, they don't say that they themselves will be holding that referendum. And look what she says after the foreign minister explains to her that they were calling for the elimination of the regime.
The sense of deprivation and degradation that the Palestinians feel in our region has been the cause of a great deal of anger in the Islamic world and beyond, even in Europe.
So how does Iran want to annihilate the regime of Israel?
We don't want to annihilate. We don't want to annihilate anybody.
Tweeted that it should be annihilated.
Either she's telling us that she is so dumb, she doesn't understand the difference between saying something should be annihilated and saying I will annihilate that something, or she's devious. And she makes a point of saying we were able to find the tweet. But did these dirty journalists censor the tweet in order to omit the part that said hashtag hands off Al-Aqsa Mosque? I'll talk more about the games NBC played with this interview in part 2. See these other dramatic examples of the media playing the very same game. The media is playing a very dangerous game. We don't have to sit by passively and allow them to get away with it. We can use the YouTube tools to share this with as many people as we can. You can tweet this video to Iran's Supreme Leader and to Iran's Foreign Minister and to Ann Curry at NBC. You can like this video. It helps. You can use the YouTube tools to share it with other people. And maybe those efforts can snowball until millions of Americans can learn what NBC and other media outlets have been doing. We have to get the word out to millions of Americans that they're being fed misinformation about Iran.